Should we get one poured real quick? An actual video of Tony Hsieh pouring me a vodka. This is quite gangster, I've got to say. I've got feel swagged out right now.
But yes, we are about to have a conversation, a party, I think. This is Nick Marks over here. This is Jen, the CEO of Delivering Happiness. We're launching a Delivering Happiness at Work survey thing, which Jen can talk more about while I pour the vodka.
Yes. Tell us more about that, Jen.
Functional. So actually, Nick and Delivering Happiness at Work co-developed this survey that is essentially being able to quantify happiness in a workplace. It's taking all the academic studies out there of the science of happiness and placing it within a business context. So for all those naysayers and cynics out there that think, happiness is fluffy and doesn't belong in a workplace, this is a tool and a resource and a way to say, well, actually it is very concrete, and these are the ways you can improve your happiness and therefore productivity and therefore profitability at work.
And so I would ask you then, was this like more of a push thing from the naysayers, or was this something that naturally evolved from the philosophies that you're rolling out at Zappos?
Well, at Zappos we've been around for almost 13 years now, and our whole thing is really thinking about happiness as a business model. We're all about customer service, which is about making customers happy. About company culture, which is about making employees happy, and then we apply that same philosophy to our vendor partners and business partners as well. So it's more something that we've been doing for as long as we can remember, and then a separate company was formed to really spread this whole idea of happiness as a business model to other companies and other organizations.
So here's the question. You've built this separate company, but then how does the separate company as a separate business make money, or is it just there to be a proponent of happiness? Is it a loss leader for Zappos in terms of it's just something that's good for the ecosystem to help promote this message?
Well, basically we consider ourselves, it sits as a separate entity from Zappos as a startup on its own, and so one of the ways to generate revenue for a long-term sustainable business and brand is the DH at Work business unit that we have. So basically this is just a tool, the survey, but behind it we have a whole team of people that will be coaching and consulting other businesses and workplaces on happiness as a business model. So we have that as one of the revenue streams, and the other side is also we've launched a shop, so selling apparel, and we'll be working with Zappos as our distribution partner.
And in your book, Tony, do you want to do a little cheers thing first? I have one big question that I've wanted to ask on behalf of a couple of the kind of client. Let me drink some. A couple of the clients that we consult for, you've come up with a lot of really awesome concepts in terms of that seem to have worked in terms of keeping people on the phone for an unlimited amount of time, because that's part of a good service. Allowing your employees to be a little bit weird. Out of all these kind of big hits that you've had, what would you say is the one gem that you feel like, I'm glad I came up with that one. That was a really good idea that's helped a lot of people that follow you.
I'd say the one thing that I came up with was really just letting employees be themselves and come up with their ideas, including the core values. And most of the stuff that happens at Zappos are actually not my ideas. And so really, I think just having that one idea of not having to really enables me to not have any more ideas in the future, and yet appear to be brilliant, I think is what they say in London. But really, but really, it's about creating an environment where employees, because they come up with so many amazing ideas, and that's really what drives the growth of the company. And it's very different from kind of the traditional top-down, oh, these are my ideas and so on.
And when I see you being interviewed by other people as well, I noticed that there's quite a few skeptics, but you were able to justify a lot of the ideas. You've got other people, like we've interviewed Gary Vaynerchuk 3 or 4 times, and he's like, if it's not in your DNA, just dismiss it. How important is it for you to always kind of translate your message across and make sure that people get it, or do you just if you don't get it, you don't get it, move on? It's your business.
Well, for our employees, we're looking for employees where the values are that we're looking for at Zappos are already in their DNA. It's much easier to find people where it's already part of their DNA, and then you just ask them to be themselves, and that's it.
Sure. Well, perfect. Jen and Tony, thank you for joining us there on MediaTek Social. Hope you have a great time down there in the talk. And thank you for tuning in again.